When you think of vacation, what comes to mind? Perhaps soaking in the sun on a beautiful beach, hiking, or even going to a large party city to let loose, then rest and relax. In the rush and excitement of planning your trip, you book your reservations and make an itinerary for everything you want to see. However, in some cases, beauty is only on the surface. Many tourists each year miscalculate the dangers of their travel destinations, and some of these mistakes lead to fatal accidents. Even with all the preparation in the world, some of these dangerous encounters are either unavoidable or unpredictable. Here are the top 10 most dangerous tourist destinations. When you're a child and learn about volcanoes, you wonder what it would be like to see one of those giant mountains with lava spewing out the top. People carry that idea into adulthood, and before you know it, you're swiping through flights to Sumatra, Indonesia, home to the infamous Mount Sinabung. Not only can you experience the beach views, you can see the 8,000-foot volcano. Sinabung has 4 volcanic craters, one of them active currently. Thousands of people have been evacuated during these eruptions. Most recently, the eruption in February of 2018 caused volcanic ash to go over 23,000 feet into the air. It might be safe to say you can expect some serious travel delays as well. If you're lucky enough to not be too close to the volcano during the eruption, there are still plenty of dangers to being near a volcano. Seismic activity is also a concern for the tourists as it has occurred annually over the last 10 years. Every earthquake during the last decade has had a magnitude 6.0 or higher. If you're still determined to visit this dangerous attraction, just hope that luck will be on your side. Once known as one of the safest countries in Southeast Asia, the capital of Malaysia now has the highest crime rate in the region. Even though some of the most dangerous cities in the world are in Latin America, Kuala Lumpur is a trap for tourists expecting the great city they once knew. Home to beautiful temples, mosques, and architecture, many tourists are attracted to the rich culture in the city. However, corruption scandals within the government, violent crimes, and drugs are now on the rise. Tourists experiencing the nightlife in Kuala Lumpur have been drugged, assaulted, and robbed. Even during the day, tourists are being lured by motorcyclists or people pretending to look for a helping hand. Travelers have been unaware of the high crime rates and don't find out until it's too late. A popular tropical island, Puerto Rico is a beloved travel destination by many in North America. San Juan is the most popular tourist city. For several years now, Puerto Rico has been attempting to control the crime rates that were out of control in 2011. But since Hurricane Maria in 2017, the islanders have started to lose hope in their police force. The number of officers has dwindled over the years, and now that the island has lost power, the delinquents have taken advantage in any way imaginable. Businesses are only able to take cash and no longer have security systems. Break-ins, robberies, assault, all on the rise. This drastic change in crime rates has landed San Juan number 8 of the top 10 most dangerous tourist destinations. Many people see Florida as one of the top tourist states in the United States of America. Many envision Disney World, palm trees, and miles upon miles of beaches on both sides of the state. One beach in particular is pretty popular even though you might become a snack for something lurking in the waters. With over 250 shark attacks, New Smyrna Beach has earned itself the nickname Shark Capital of the World. Most shark attacks are by the bull shark. None of the recorded attacks have led to a death just yet, but the crowds of people who still swim and surf at this beach should still be wary. However, most of them are not. In fact, many of the beachgoers are angry when the beaches are closed after a shark attack. Some have even launched formal complaints after they deem the shark bite victim to be okay. Hopefully the next time you're planning a trip to the beach, you decide to skip over the shark waters and perhaps go somewhere you won't become shark bait. Death Valley National Park is a literal hotspot on the tourist map. This desert is located in eastern California near the border of Nevada, with average highs staying steady over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 37.8 degrees Celsius, starting in May, and doesn't cool below that until October. Even the ground has hit a record temperature of being over 200 degrees Fahrenheit, or 93 degrees Celsius. Despite the risk of frying the soles of their shoes during the summer, over the last few years, Death Valley has had over 1 million tourists per year. Some tourists who are used to a more humid environment get hit by the heat a bit harder. Nosebleeds and dehydration are some of your mild problems. Heat stroke is the silent killer of Death Valley. An actor from Harry Potter named Dave Legano was found partially decomposed by 2 hikers in 2014. He had died of heat-related complications, and his remains had to be airlifted from the area. This tourist destination gives a whole new meaning to the saying, "If you can't handle the heat, go home." Let's cool off our list a bit and head toward the Colorado River. This 1,450-mile river is home to some of the largest and most legendary whitewater rapids. Adrenaline-seeking vacationers come to this river to indulge in some intense river rafting. Tours can last up to 7 days of conquering the rapids and enjoying the breathtaking scenery. Even properly prepared, these rapids are still dangerous to those with experience on the river. A lot of accidents, whether mild or fatal, have occurred due to tourists operating their rafts while under the influence of alcohol. Rafts can fold while on the rapids and throw everyone off and into the water. Some make it to land, others get pulled into the rapids and end up drowning. In 2017, a woman was found in a section of the rapids called the Boneyard Rapid. The news outlets referred to her drowning as the start of the rafting season, as there's usually several fatal accidents per year. Rio de Janeiro is one of Brazil's most popular tourist cities, built on the plains of the western shore of Guanabara Bay. Beautiful beaches by rocky mountains and large hills. The whole city is overlooked by a statue of Jesus Christ called Christ the Redeemer. It stands 2,300 feet above Rio de Janeiro, on the top of Corcovado Mountain. 300,000 people a year endure the hike in order to take in a panoramic view of the city. Despite how beautiful or rich in culture the city may be, even the locals have stepped up to warn tourists of the dangers around them. Signs started to appear on the hike to Christ the Redeemer that notified hikers that over 150 people have been robbed from January to June in 2017. Robberies on tourists have not only increased but have become unnecessarily violent, putting Rio de Janeiro number 4 on our list. Mont Blanc, also known as the White Mountain, is the tallest mountain in the Alps, as well as Western Europe. Located between Italy and France, Mont Blanc is a notorious location for the daredevils who want to reach the peak. Standing tall at around 15,000 feet or 4,800 meters, these extremists risk avalanches, weather below -2 degrees Fahrenheit, and very steep falls if mistakes are made. Dozens of deaths occur per year, and there are over 150 climbers still missing on the mountain. Tourists come without enough protection against the extreme weather, or without enough tools and food. Officials have stated people attempting to climb the mountain without proper equipment will be fined heavily. Just a small price to pay for saving your life, as some people have been found dead wearing shorts on their trips. Home to one of the busiest ports in Africa, our list brings us to Durban, South Africa. The blend of Indian and colonial cultures and the architecture makes Durban a special city in South Africa. With attractions surrounding beautiful beaches, it's no wonder beach lovers, marine workers, and families come to the city. However, this booming city has made its way to having one of the highest crime indexes in the world. Violent crimes and robberies have led tourists stationed at their hotels nervous to leave. Durban is another city where even the locals are starting to get nervous. The once beautiful beaches are now haunted by beggars and con artists. Denying someone the money in your pocket could cost you your life in this city. There's also word that police officials are corrupt, but not as corrupt as the city that landed number 1 on our list. Pearl of the Pacific was a popular name for Acapulco, Mexico, one of Mexico's oldest resort towns. Known for the year-round hot temperatures and tropical climates, many people from the United States travel there during the winter and spring seasons. Unfortunately, due to the recent increase of crime rates, the city that was once a desirable location has been turned into a war zone between Mexican government and various cartel groups. According to the CIA, the violence was comparable to Iraq and Syria. In 2017, almost 30,000 people were murdered. Police are found patrolling the beaches and roads. Since these numbers were calculated, it has been advised by the American government that tourists should no longer travel to Acapulco. With an average of 82 murders per day, Acapulco has become the most dangerous tourist destination. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like the video, share with friends, and subscribe to Top Trending for more regular countdown videos such as this one. There are quite a few animals who go one step beyond companionship and help humans in life-threatening situations. That's what we're going to be talking about today. You're watching Top Trending, and today we're counting down our picks for the most amazing life-saving animals. Sometimes it can seem like we're quickly approaching peak technology. We all carry tiny computers around in our pockets that give us access to all the world's knowledge. Speak to intelligent devices in our homes when we want to know what the weather's like outside or need to order a pizza. And some of us even have cars that can take over driving duties for us in most conditions. Years or so are going to absolutely blow your mind. Here are 10 things we can expect to take place before the year 2050. Since Antiques Roadshow premiered in the UK in the late 70s, its roving band of antiques appraisers have been helping every everyday people discover the true value of their possessions. The American version of the show premiered in 1997 and quickly became the most popular show on PBS. Here are 10 of the most amazing discoveries ever made by Antiques Roadshow US. Not very often a voice actor makes an iconic impression, but the handful that are recognized do it exceptionally well. Some voice actors might only have a few roles in cartoons, but a much higher prominence in the physical acting world. We're talking about celebrities that you won't believe voice these popular characters. When we're kids, we have a tendency to take the things adults in our lives tell us for granted. Whether that's something as trivial as the Tooth Fairy or something much larger. You're watching Top Trending, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 lies your teacher told you as a kid. Lately, something that's been taking off is comparing cheap versions of food to a far more expensive version of the same food, where the extra price tag comes in either due to garnishing with gold or something superficial, or the high quality of necessary ingredients. Whether it's $250 sushi or $1,000 ice cream, we just can't get enough of it. In today's video, we're going to be going through 10 of the most expensive restaurants in the world.